Hey guys, welcome to Symons Dinner's Cooking Out. It is a beautiful day. Birds are chirping, gardens blooming, and I am getting ready to give you a little bit of strawberry fields today. It is gonna be delightful. We are starting with a spatchcock chicken, simply seasoned, marinated with a little bit of citrus on the grill for that nice char, and then cooked to juicy perfection. So we have a whole chicken here. Now, with chicken, we are gonna spatchcock this guy, and all that means is typically they'll do it for you at your grocer, so you don't have to do it yourself. But if you don't have a butcher at your grocer, you could certainly do it at home. So we're gonna take out the backbone. There's two ways you could do it. You could do it with a chef knife. I'm just gonna do the first side with a knife and the second side with scissors so you could see. So you see where the thigh bone kind of ends here and all this back is going, and you're just gonna go right down the backbone of the chicken, and you're halfway there. Now, if you wanted to do it with scissors, you could just run the scissors down the same exact line how I did it with the knife.
Are those special kitchen scissors?
No, these are just good old-fashioned scissors.
I hope you wash them before you use them again.
Liv, come on, man. Save your backbone because you could make stock with it, which is great. So now we are going to take this chicken and get it in the marinade. After it marinates anywhere from 2 hours to overnight, it is ready to grill. So I'm going to take a resealable bag.
So I know I saw you wash your hands with the chicken. Do you wash your hands with all meat or is it just chicken?
I mean, I wash my hands with everything that I'm cooking, basically. Chicken, you definitely have to make sure that your board is washed, your hands are washed. So once this chicken is off the board and it is on the grill, I would clean the board with hot soapy water, maybe with a little teaspoon of bleach in there, make sure that it gets very clean. So kind of give this a little massage in there. And then this goes into our fridge for anywhere between 2 hours or overnight. I have one that I've been marinating. I actually did this one overnight, but it's a nice jump that you could get on things. Now we're gonna get this on our grill. So I'm gonna take this out, and we're still working with raw chicken here, so we're totally fine because it's gonna get cooked. I'm gonna pull it out of the marinade, and you could see the marinade has kind of turned a little bit red. That's from the paprika. You could see the Urfa on there on the flesh. This is a two-tong situation. So we're gonna get it like out of the marinade in the liquid, and we're just gonna place it flat, skin side down, on our grill over the hot coals. So I have hot coals in the back, no coals in the front. We're gonna let this get this nice char on it. Once the char happens, we're going to move it to the front. I'm having a little bit of flare-ups here. If you have a flare-up, you could shut your grill down and it will stop the flare-up.
Why do you place it skin side down?
Because it's just gonna give us that nice char first, and then it's gonna crisp as we continue to cook it in the oven.
Oh. And if I was doing this indoors...
Liv, look.
Oh,
now you know why I started skin side down. Look at it. It has that great grill, little bit of char. Now we are completely off the coals. What's your question, Liv?
If I was doing this indoors and not on a grill, how would I set it up?
You could do this in a cast iron pan, straight down, let it char, flip it, put it in your oven. We're gonna have this going at about 400 degrees. We're gonna cook the chicken the rest of the way through till it reaches 160 to 165 internal temp. Let it rest for a hot second, then it is ready to eat. So I'm gonna take off this leg thigh. It just kind of falls right off there. Same thing over here. We're gonna split our breast down the middle. You could certainly cut this into 4 if you wanted to, but I am gonna get a little fancy with my presentation. Yeah. I'm feeling a little Iron Chef-y today. So now what we do, Liz, is the chicken goes down and just kind of sprinkle the infield with it, so to speak. And you could leave some of this extra salad on the side for people if they want a little extra, but I just love it with this dressing.
Oh, that looks so good.
And then I'm gonna take some of this peppery arugula, just spread it around, and then a little bit of goat cheese. So we just sprinkle that all the way around, and then I'm gonna hit it with a good glug of high quality extra virgin olive oil, a little bit of cracked black pepper because I love pepper and strawberries.
Me too.
And just one little sprinkle of salt. And I mean, look at that, huh?
It's a beaut.
So I'm gonna give everybody like a little bit of every meat. Oh, look at how juicy it is. Some strawberry salad on there for you.
It's looking so good.
I know, get it there.
This is so good. The chicken is incredibly juicy.
Yeah.
It's so well complemented by those tart strawberries. The mint is really great in this.
I love the chicken. The spatchcock makes it very juicy. It cooks evenly, the legs, the thighs, the breast, which I think is great. You get a little bit of that touch of smoke on there.
Love it.
Grilled lamb chops. For the marinade, I am gonna go a little bit of lemon zest and a little bit of lemon juice. So we're just going around getting our lemon ready to go, and then we work right into the juice.
Would other citruses be good in this marinade?
Well, if you want to be Greek about it, lemon is the one you want to roll with. But orange would work. I don't love lime with lamb. Also, red wine vinegar, Liv, I think would be very nice in here if you wanted to use that for your acid as well. All right, so juice and zest is in. We're gonna smash a couple cloves of garlic. All right, garlic's in. Now some oregano. With the oregano, you don't even have to chop it. You could just peel it right off. Remember, this is just gonna flavor everything. So if you get a stem or two in there, not the end of the world either.
Right.
But you know, this is how my mom has taught me how to make it. So it's how I'm making it today. Olive oil.
And does this matter if it's extra virgin or normal olive oil?
Yeah, I mean, for this, because we're gonna go right over the heat with it and it's gonna get really hot on the grill, I'm just going with the regular olive oil. Extra virgin would certainly work, but not necessary. We could season these up with salt and pepper now because we're not gonna marinate this forever, so we don't have to worry about the salt cooking our chops. So high from above, make it rain. Oh, you gotta play the wind here, Liv.
Do you dry the lamb chops the same as like you dry chicken or something?
I do. Like when the lamb chops come out, you know, you can give them a quick dab with the towel to make sure that there's not a lot of moisture. Anything that you cook on a grill or in a pan, you don't want the exterior of it to be wet because that creates steam. A marinade oil does not create steam, but moisture does. So we don't want that to happen. All right, these go in. I just kind of smash them around, and we let these marinate up to an hour, you know, or at least an hour, I would say up to 6. And then after that, too much. So lamb is good, letting it marinate. We can let it hang out, no problem. I'm gonna finish them with a little bit of sea salt, rosemary, and lemon, and I'm gonna show you how you could easily make your own seasoned salt. So we're putting the zest of a lemon in here. Any citrus zest would work great. And then we're gonna take a little bit of fresh rosemary and give it a rough chop. So I'm gonna take this and just do a little rough chop on it, just to kind of get it moving. And then once we get this chopped, then we're gonna start working it into our salt. So just pretty rustic, rough chop. This is one of the few times where I tell you always with herbs to go one smooth pass, but this time I actually want to get the oils of the herbs moving so they leach out into my salt. So there's the rosemary, and then we're gonna take some coarse sea salt and add that to the rosemary and the lemon. And once we kind of go with that equal ratio, you just take your fingertips and you start working the lemon and the herbs into that salt. And what it does is it just perfumes the salt with all this deliciousness. So you often see, like you go to like fancy restaurants and they finish things with the, you know, the crunchy salt or the sea salt. And this is just adding a little nuance of flavor. So when the lamb comes off the grill, I'm gonna hit it with extra virgin olive oil and some of this seasoned crunchy sea salt. All right, so lamb chops go on. These have been marinated, they are seasoned, and they are ready for their happy place. Now see, this is what I was talking about earlier. Liv, see the flames?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna panic. I'm gonna get all the lamb on here. And this is because we have some oil in the marinade, which is causing flames. And I know, Liv, you're going, oh my gosh, Michael, you're going down.
I'm about to drop the camera and run.
Don't, Liv, you don't have to stop, drop, and roll. Just close your lid. We close the lid, we close the vent. It tamps the fire down, no problem. We don't want that rolling fire, Liv, because the rolling fire, then your chops not only get charred, but they get like a little bit of bitterness to it. So when you see a flame go up, drop the lid down and you're good. Then we just pop this open, you can see, flame comes back, we pop the lid. 6 minutes on the grill, you're done. All right, so we're gonna just open this up. With any meat like this, you always would like to let it rest a little bit. So these are going to come off the grill. And the reason we let it rest is they're gonna stay plenty hot, but the juices are gonna kind of go back into the meat, so to ensure that we have a juicy bite with every bite. Lamb chops are off the grill, they have rested. I'm gonna hit them with a little drizzle of extra virgin olive oil, like any good little Greek Italian boy would do. And then
I really want to do that.
we have you wanna do this?
I do.
All right, so here you go.
Thank you.
Let it rip, honey.
Look at that, a pie.
Oh, ooh,
Looking
ooh.
good. Good? Is that enough?
Perfect, I think that's perfect. That's the lemon, rosemary, sea salt. Beautiful, lamb chops are ready. How you doing?
Oh, yeah.
Cook the lamb to about a medium, maybe even medium well. As I said, when I was a kid growing up, we ate lamb well done. So I like it medium beyond. It's just how I love a lamb chop.
But it's so tender, which I really like. It kind of melts in my mouth a little bit.
Yeah, well, these are chops, so they're gonna be tender, Liv, and then it's just got really simple seasonings, but a lot of times people are worried about lamb being gamey. To me, this isn't gamey at all. It's tender, it's juicy, it's got really nice flavors. Pretty excited about today. We are gonna start things out with a little Fluke milanese, gonna serve it with a radish salad and a little piccata sauce. Now, Fluke is a local fish. You could make this dish with any fish that is fresh at your grocery store, especially fillet style fish. Fluke, halibut, salmon, sea bass would work great in this preparation. All right, so this is seasoned. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make my dredge for this. So we're doing standard breading here. Flour, egg, and breadcrumb. So it's an easy way to remember the order. People are always like, what's the order? February, F-E-B, flour, eggs, breadcrumb.
February 13th, Olivia's birthday. Got it.
That's how you remember it, yes. Everybody remember Liv's birthday. So we're gonna put a couple eggs in here, and I'm gonna have a little bit of fun here. I'm gonna put some flavors in the egg. I'm gonna put a little bit of hot sauce. Obviously, these are optional things. And I'm gonna put a little bit of Dijon mustard. And we're gonna whisk that in. Also, we're gonna season everything that we're dredging in with some salt, because if I don't season something, that level of it is gonna be flat. And you don't wanna season your fish, then not season the breading, then you end up with unflavorful fish. So we're just ensuring that everything is good and flavored. So this gets whisked together with that mustard and the hot sauce. All right, so now we're just gonna start our breading. So flour, egg, breadcrumb, and we just go in order. And you try to do it with, you have like a wet hand and a dry hand, so you don't get all gooped up.
I'm very curious to see if you can keep those dry and wet hands.
Sometimes I get a little confused. Liv's seen it happen. So flour first, dry hand. Shake off any excess. You drop it in, wet hand. Then we go into our breadcrumbs, dry hand.
See, but like, then your dry hand turns a little bit wet because the fish is wet.
Well, no, you get some of the breadcrumbs on there. See, these are big pieces, so it's a little bit trickier, but.
So it's not perfect?
It's perfect. I'm perfect, Liv. So now this is breaded, and I'm just gonna move it to my tray. Now, you could get a lot of this breading done ahead of time. With fish, I would say you could bread up to about an hour ahead of time. So we're gonna get this breaded, and then we're gonna move this into our fridge so it's just hanging out. So our fish is breaded. I'm gonna put this in the fridge. And now we're gonna start working on the base for our piccata sauce. What I'm doing now is I'm kind of staging everything so we could have it ready, so when we're ready to cook the fish is just like connect the dots and it's done. in 5 minutes. So there's great ways to cheat that when you're cooking. This is a good one. Like, this is piccata sauce. So piccata sauce is an Italian sauce. It's lemon, butter, white wine. So we're gonna make our butter first and have it all flavored. So then when we cook the fish comes out, I can put the sauce together in seconds, sauce it, and it's done. So I have salted capers here. We rinse them off. I'm gonna put those in the pool. We are gonna put, it's about a full stick of unsalted butter, room temp, 1 garlic clove. So there's 2 ways you could do the garlic. You could microplane it in like this, or you could do what I typically do is I just flip it, smash it, give it a quick little run through with the knife, and that goes in. Then we're gonna zest and juice a lemon. Because the fish is breaded, we are going to really give it a nice acidic pop, which I know Lizzie's gonna like too, because as we know, she wants lemons in everything. All right, so look, we just mash this together. We're essentially making a compound butter here, guys. Capers, garlic, lemon zest, lemon juice, flat leaf parsley, unsalted butter, all mixed together. I'm gonna put this in the fridge with my Fluke. It's gonna hang out for the next hour or so. I just have a little bit of olive oil here that we're gonna shallow fry in on the grill. I'm just gonna start crisping up the fish. So couple things here, you guys, when you are crisping up fish. This is almost like a shallow fry situation. You could go a little less oil if you want. It's actually easier to work if you just give yourself a little shallow fry. Always drop things in oil away from you so it doesn't splatter. This is gonna cook very quickly. A couple minutes aside, the fish is gonna be cooked through. It's gonna be golden brown. It's gonna be ready to go. Okay, Lizzie, so this has been going for about 2 minutes, and you could see how golden it's gotten. So I'm gonna give it the flip.
Perfect.
Look at it. Our Fluke Milanese is crispy. I just wanna show you how to finish this sauce. So I took the Fluke Milanese out of the pan, wiped out any of that excess fat. Now I'm gonna deglaze the pan with a little bit of white wine, and you can see it's very hot. You want the white wine to reduce by about half. Chicken stock goes in. We're gonna let that reduce by half. And then this butter mixture that we made earlier with the capers, the parsley, the lemon zest, this is gonna go in, and we're gonna whisk this into our sauce. So here's our butter, and again, this is all about saving steps so you could see how fast this all comes together. We have our whisk.
And you have capers right in there with it?
Capers, parsley, lemon zest, lemon juice, salt and pepper. It is all ready to go. Obviously, we don't need much salt because of the capers. As soon as this starts to come up to a simmer, the sauce is finished. And then we're just gonna dump it over our fish.
Whoa.
Look at it. I mean, Liz, come on. The capers, the garlic. I'm gonna take some of this parsley and radish salad that I love so much and just kinda
fresh.
gild the lily with it to give it some more texture. And then I just leave a little bit of that extra salad on the side in case anybody wants to dive in.
Absolutely.
All right, you want to
Ready
start?
to
Yeah,
plate
let's
up here?
do it.
All right. I know this is going to be spectacular. It's really good.
I like this preparation with the sauce. It gives you some nooks and crannies for the sauce to kind of soak down into. It's really perfect. Grilled strip steaks. So I have Dijon mustard here. I'm gonna brush both sides of this steak with Dijon all the way around. 4-finger pinch here. You need to salt a steak this thick very liberally. It's thick, it needs a lot of room to permeate, and a good amount of cracked black pepper, same thing. Now, reverse searing. Here's what you need to know. We're gonna be at a very low temperature here. I have coals on the back third of the grill. Once we get to that 105, 110, the steak is just about done. All we need to do at that point is sear it at the last minute before we serve it. Roasted garlic, anchovy butter. We need to roast the garlic. The good news is these reverse sear steaks are gonna take about an hour. Roasted garlic takes about an hour. So we're gonna put them in at the same time. I'm gonna cut the root end off the garlic, like so. We're going to place the garlic in our foil.
You leave all the skin on there?
Yep. We're gonna put a liberal amount of extra virgin olive oil on top. And we're gonna put a nice big pinch of sea salt. So we're gonna wrap this up in a little happy package, and we're gonna put it in with our steaks. We'll also cook this in about the same amount of time. All right, the anchovies. Pinch of salt on our cutting board. There's 2 anchovies here actually. I'm gonna give them a quick little chop. I put the anchovies on the board, and now I'm just smashing them into a paste with that sea salt. So they're kind of just dissolving, so those non-anchovy people aren't even gonna recognize that they were in the butter. So we have our softened butter, our anchovies. I'm gonna cut up some chives. All right, so chives are there. They go in with our butter. I like a lot of pepper with steaks, so I'm gonna go a good couple turns of cracked black pepper, pinch of sea salt, fork. So look, the butter, the chives, the salt and the pepper. We're reverse searing the steaks, Liz, so I'm gonna grab these steaks and just start the searing process.
Okay.
Look what's happening here. Look at how quick it happens.
Yo,
Because we put that
hot
reverse sear
grill.
on it, not hot grill. So I have the anchovy, butter, chives, salt, and pepper. We
fine.
roasted a head of garlic. I'm gonna squeeze the head of garlic in with.
Ah, that's why you keep the
Perfect.
skin on.
Now watch this, Liz. The nice thing about this reverse sear method, you don't have to let it rest too long. So it is still pretty hot on top, and we're gonna spread that anchovy, herb, garlic, butter right over top of that. All right, now this one is ours. I'm gonna cut them up. Look at it. See that? When you do the reverse sear, it just cooks it real evenly all the way through. We're gonna take some
Flaky salt.
flaky salt, put it
My
on
favorite
top.
Things. They're perfect.
Ladies and gentlemen, the king has left the building. I know I'm a chef and I could cook, but like the thing that I feel that I do better than almost anybody is steak.
It's really buttery, but it's got that crunchy, almost crust to it. That pop of salt and that anchovy butter is unbelievable.
Fried chicken. I am going to get my buttermilk marinade going. I go about 2 cups of buttermilk, couple shakes of your favorite hot sauce, garlic powder, onion powder, and just the smallest amount of celery seed, and a couple big pinches of salt. All right, so we're gonna take our chicken. We're going to put it in a resealable bag, and then we're gonna take our buttermilk and pour it over top. And this is gonna marinate for anywhere from minimally 3 hours up to about 8.
So this is very, very simple. It's just a cup of cornstarch and flour, 1 cup. This is just all-purpose flour. So this is some paprika,
Could you do like a smoked paprika in here?
for sure. About a teaspoon of cayenne,
You could really make them how you
good
want.
pinch of salt, and some good amount of cracked pepper.
You
Get out
go.
of my dry rub. All right.
So we have peanut oil in here to start, but I also have some pork lard back here, and I am gonna add some lard to my peanut oil. So fried okra.
Fried okra. Okay.
I cut these in about 1/3 of an inch thickness. So this is just the first part of our dredge. So about a 1/4 cup of flour, good pinch of salt, a little bit of paprika and cayenne.
Sort
and
of
then
the
that's
same
it.
spices we used in the chicken. So I have 1 egg. Just gonna give that a little whisk to start it. And then we're gonna put in about a 1/2 cup of soda water, which is going to, when it's fried, give it a really nice crispy texture. Okay, and you see that gives a nice, look at it foam.
So we just go first in the flour, a nice even coating, and then in the pocket with the eggs. So then you're just gonna coat these evenly, and I am just gonna start dropping some of these in the fryer. And remember, whenever you're putting things away, don't drop from high, get a little bit closer, always kind of push it away from you. So once
of
these go
your hands.
in, you kind of just give them a swirl. And now we're just looking for them to get a nice golden brown. You could see it has that nice texture on it, some of the green popping through. These ones that are golden, I am just gonna pull out. And as soon as these go down on the paper towels, Liz is gonna hit them with a little pinch of salt. It's star show time, I feel, fried chicken. So
Yes.
we marinated it in the buttermilk, and then I'm gonna start dredging the chicken into the flour.
I like this. This is your take on Shirla's fried chicken.
My take on
because
Shirla's chicken. So we have all the chicken breaded. We should be at about 360 degrees. So our oil is at the right heat. I'm gonna start placing these in the fat. See that nice pop there? And because we're doing this in a cast iron, after about 3 or 4 minutes, I will move these around and flip them. So everything's kind of getting nice and crisp and cooking evenly. And we should be done in about 10 minutes or so, 10 to 15 minutes with our fried chicken. Remember, temp the meats to see what temps they're at so everything is cooked through. All right, it took about
it's really perfect.
12 minutes. We're gonna garnish this with some crunchy flat leaf parsley. So as that is happening, we're gonna take our beautiful fried chicken.
That is so perfect.
So hot. Spread the okra around.
Now, this is something Shirla never did.
I'm gonna put some lemons and limes on here. And that is it. That is our ode to Shirla fried chicken okra.
I love that fried parsley.